the easiest part of the book, right? Why is India obsessed by your sexuality? Easy.
Well, that's for some reason, as I said, the word conjecture is a word I use very often on my talk show. Well, that is because when people don't have final answers, they tend to kind of, browse around the topic always. And so have I. And, but in the book, I've said what I've felt the need to, and I've said it in a way that I felt I needed to express it. And there's really nothing more to say. So I think that every answer anyone's looking for is in the book.
You know, there are several moments in that book where you talk about people confronting you at airports, at parties, and saying the most gross things, the most insensitive things, and you come back to them is sassy, but also a little sad. Why should anyone have to explain any aspect of their lives at all, or defend it?
I think
Why?
people sometimes, when you're in the celebrity zone, I think people tend to sometimes just not know what to say. Like I feel like when they encounter you, they either tend to overcompensate and say exceptionally polite things, or they'll say the most inappropriate things to you. I think anyone who's been in the celebrity space will tell you that you'll have people come and say the most overfamiliar things to you at times. And sometimes because they think that they own you, because you're in their living room on a daily basis, perhaps because of my television exposure, or the fact that one is around and all over the place, they feel they have an ownership over you. And sometimes that allows them to kind of cross the boundary of decency. And they'll say things that are inappropriate. And you'll have to stand there. Sometimes you can give a response back, which sometimes goes over their head, because it's not a straight-lined answer. And sometimes you use sarcasm, which also sometimes doesn't get a response. Sometimes all you do is just, like Shah Rukh told me the other day, that now when people say things, he just nods. Because there's nothing else to say. Sometimes you just nod because people say the most bizarre things, and sometimes it's members of the fraternity, sometimes it's members of the media within the fraternity, sometimes it's random strangers at an airport, and you have to just deal with it. There's nothing you can do. You can't. At least I'm not the guy who's going to start getting into a fight, because I don't think I'll have the ability to handle it if I was at the receiving end. So I just let it pass.